Welcome back, everyone. It's been a while since I've been back on camera due to hurting my knee, so I've been in with Jordan doing a bit of physiotherapy and just trying to sort it out. It was all fluid on my knee and stuff, and it was just making it very, very difficult to swing a golf club properly. Could do it very armsy, but certainly couldn't use the body properly. We're back here, obviously back with Kim again. How you been, mate? You been well?
Good, been well. Enjoying the weather?
Yeah, well, it's dry, which is good because we've had a bit of rain in Melbourne for the last couple of weeks. Yeah, big question is the viewers want to know how long you're going to be off, because obviously videos ain't going to record themselves.
So the plan of what we're sort of looking at is probably roughly 2 weeks.
Yep.
Even though I'm going to be in for a couple of days that I can't actually miss. So my partner's parents are going to come and look after Bub and look after things at home, and I'll do a couple of days at work, but yeah, at least 2 weeks.
Me and Kim wanted to have a quick chat on camera. Basically, Kim, we had a text conversation, and basically Kim said he wants to find out where we are sort of mid-year, because we're almost sort of 6 months into the challenge now. Things haven't been going brilliantly. I feel like I'm more competent from a golf IQ point of view, but definitely not. It's possibly not showing on the golf course currently.
Quick update. Where's the handicap at?
Handicap's gone out slightly. I'm 6.5 at the moment. Yep. So yeah, I mean, I think when we started the challenge it was 8.9, come down, got to about 5.7 was the lowest, and it's gone back up. The knee definitely didn't help that. There's no question. But also, I think almost I've got so much information in my head at the moment, and I'm trying to. I'm not just listening to yourself and listening to other people as well, which possibly is kind of counterintuitive sometimes. But I certainly think there's scope for it, but you've got to kind of sift through the bullshit.
Yeah.
As such.
Yeah, it's a funnel. So you get all this information, comes through that funnel, and it's just that little bit at the end that comes out.
Yeah, and that was actually one thing though. Obviously, it was funny. So as I've mentioned before, there's two guys I'm following in America called Chasing. They do a podcast called Chasing Scratch.
Yep.
They're also on YouTube now, and they're getting better, but they've been doing it for like about 6 years. One of the guys, Mike, he was talking about he's gone to TPI in America, somewhere wherever he was, and basically they've done a video on this sort of magic foot movement, and I watched him swing, and they're literally trying to push him. He's pushing himself on a stall with his left foot, because the guy's talking about him accelerating with one foot and then stopping with his left foot, whereas actually it starts to turn the twisting motion. The left foot. So he's pushing off the stall and then sliding back. Now the guy who was showing him how to do it could do it like that. And he'd spin round. It honestly looked like he'd never done something like that ever before. It was very interesting. Once he got the knack of it, he goes, right, now just pretend to do it and push. He's done this, all of a sudden his early extension changed and he's in this fantastic position, and I was like, Kim, is that something that we need to look at, because it looks unreal.
Haven't seen the video, but
I will show you.
Let me have a quick look
and see what you think, because it's very interesting. So
all those minor movements are awesome.
It was bizarre, because he kind of, as he pushed, he kind of ducked down. And the guy goes, no, you've got to push like this, and it was weird how he was doing it on the stall. I've got to kind of show you the video, and then you'll go, that makes sense. And then he gets him to push. He's got this little sort of salon stall, and then spins around the other way. And he goes, right, now do that with your swing. So you see him actually rotate almost on his heel. So he kind of slips like this. That's what he kind of looks like on his swing. But all of a sudden, it was like transformed the look of his swing. So I'll let you have a look.
Open to look at everything. Yeah, definitely.
So would you want me to hit a few shots and just see what you want to do?
I do. Very quickly though.
Go for it.
Moving forward, so the game plan was obviously to do a massive technique work. Get the technique to a level where it stands up to all sorts of pressure. There's a consistency that we need to have in the golf swing to play to scratch. Which, apart from the knee and apart from a couple other little sideways tracks, we should be on trend with, roughly.
Well, hopefully.
Even though the handicap won't show it, it should be happening that way. The plan moving forward, I think, has to be we switch from driving range technical, where it's almost triage work, has to switch to on-course scoring.
Love that.
All the sort of things that are going to actually get the handicap down. At the end of the day, let's face it, there are 1,000 different ways to swing a golf club.
Absolutely.
But here is very different to out there. We need to do at least a couple of sessions out on the course and actually tidy that part up, which will then give us more bits and pieces to make you more resilient on the golf course.
Mate, and 100%, and I look forward to definitely we'll need to work that out and get that sorted. Actually, over the last few months, I've become a friend with a guy who used to be a PGA Tour caddy.
Awesome.
Jason Shorter, his name is. So he's used to caddy for just a couple of name drops, Justin Thomas, these guys, you know. So he knows what he's doing.
Yep.
And I've played a bit of golf with him, and he's the way he thinks around a golf course is so much better than what mine is.
Yep.
Does he hit it any better than me? No. Is he lower than me? Yes.
Yep.
And that's slowly seeping into the game, hopefully, that I'm actually sort of like taking a little bit of that from what he's doing, you know, sort of going, well, this par 5's not a in 2, this is a 3-shot hole.
Yep.
Right, I'll hit a drive 9 off the tee, keep it in play, hit a 7-iron, wedge on, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I know, you know, it doesn't matter how much people tell you, sometimes you've really got to, at some stage, pull your head in and actually do it.
Play to your strengths rather than your ego.
100%.
Yes. Funny how it works. Let's make sure long game's going okay, then we'll go from there. How's apart from the knee, how's the body feeling?
The body feels good. I've been back in the gym properly for the last, say, 3 weeks now.
Yep.
And lifting reasonably heavy again and trying to get that max strength up and rotating.
Mobility still good.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Feels good. So
cool.
So hopefully it's getting better.
Give me one more.
Yep. Proper one.
Yeah. No. Did you watch the golf?
I did. I'm really pleased kept on it actually.
Yeah.
I really rate him. I think the way he spoke about after the Masters about going, I choked and owning it.
Yep.
Going, oh, that won't happen again. I thought that was awesome.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Brilliant.
From the top of your screen.
Yep.
Now, I can't say I'm wrapped at that club face position at the top.
I hate it.
Yep.
Yep.
We need to address it first. If you look at your lower body, how useful it actually does.
Yep.
If you look at that there.
Yep.
There's no stability in your lead leg.
Mm-hmm. That's the one that was injured though as well.
And that's my concern.
Yep.
But there's a lot of pressure being put into there rather than turning and standing.
Well, that last one I had then, to that Sorkin, whether that was the last one that I hit, there's that video.
Second last one.
So the last one I reckon I turned properly.
Okay, so take your setup.
Yep.
Okay, come to the top for me and just come halfway down. Yep. Okay, go back
Do you want me to start turning then?
No, just halfway down.
Yep.
There.
Oh, yeah.
Pull where your hands are.
Yep.
Okay, now turn your body through the ball. Yep. Go again. Yep. Keep going. We're going to do about 5 of those without hitting the ball. Yep. And this is probably, so if that leg pushes, it gives you that, right?
Correct.
Which is what you were talking about before.
Yes. And he kind of gets up on that hill. Yep.
Okay. But if I put you here and you do it, so if we go back to the top,
yep.
If I put you there and now you try and do it, have a look what you get.
Yeah, shank.
So therefore you won't do it. You'll do what you have to do.
And I've had a few of those recently.
So you'll do what you have to do to avoid that to get face back to the ball.
Yep.
So whilst we go, oh look, yeah, we're sort of really extending a little bit. I'm not really rotating. It's not the whole picture, and I think there's elements of okay, club face is shut at the top.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to pull it down and work that way, which teaches us how to open the club face. So I think there's a little bit of really nice shoulder turn back, and then maintaining that width on the way down.
Yep.
Now I'm not saying that.
Not casting.
Not casting. It's that. It's almost bringing the butt of the club back down to the ground.
So there, and then.
Yep. Yes. But see how we've kept our width there?
Yeah.
We've kept our radius.
Whereas
You tend to lose your
I just
radius.
come inside
yeah.
here.
Yep. Yep. Do a slow one for me. Yep. Okay. Same again. Feel like with your hands though, throw it into here. So
Yeah.
yeah. See how pull your body, where did you pull your body?
Yep. So it's,
Yep. Back to the start.
yep.
A little bit of front angle. Don't let that shift. So
What's happening is am I going across here?
so you're trying to get yourself behind the ball by moving that way.
Yeah, cheat you.
Rather than actually using your glutes.
Yeah, and then
Yeah. And using your stabilizers.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. Good effort. Real good effort.
So everyone says you got to start with the downswing with your lower body. Is that correct?
It is, but
Because it almost feels like you're saying that and then it's turn.
yeah, I am for you at the moment because if you don't have that width, so if you go from there, right, if you go from here,
Yeah.
turn your lower body, and you get into that position
I see
there,
what you're saying. Yeah,
you're
yeah,
cactus. You've got nothing but that and trying to get it back out in front. You've either
Right.
got to go up and get that moving.
Yeah.
So from your way of feeling, because you pull so hard that way,
Yeah.
if we get you going wide
Yep.
and turning, that should actually start to get the lower body in a position where it can move. Here's a question for you.
Yeah, go on.
And I pose this question half knowing the answer. But whether or not you're willing to do it is another thing. If I said to you, hitting those chunk shots, those heavy shots,
Yeah.
might be a good thing for the moment. Would you be willing to spend the next month doing that
Yep.
if it meant the swing was going to be better in the long run?
100%.
Because
I'll be an idiot not to.
I'm going to preface this with every golfer says the same thing. And then in a week's time,
Yeah, the score gets in the
the
head.
score gets in the head, they shoot an 86, oh, jeez, I hit all these shots heavy and fat, oh, I can't play golf, life's over, it's terrible. Long-term view,
No, it's got to be that way.
it has to be.
It's got to be that way.
So
It's
there
got
has to be
that way.
some level of, or some acknowledgement that, hey, ball striking is actually not what it's about
Yep.
if we're changing swing.
100%.
It's a hard thing to, it's a hard
I
balance.
mean, it's not really changing it though. That's what it's not a change, if that makes sense. It's
Yep.
it's just getting it to move differently.
Yeah.
So it's not. Yes, okay, it's a change of. Yeah, it's a change, but it's not like I'm swinging it
You're sequencing the body differently.
differently. That's the way. So yeah. So it doesn't. It's not like I'm going. Oh, I've got to do this. I'm not feeling that at all.
Yep.
I'm just sequencing it slightly different.
Yep. So all I want you to do, so this is just a simple drill, 6 foot putts around the hole, 5 in a row. You got to make 5 in a row to finish it. Now, as we scroll around,
Yep.
here's a thought for you. You've got these putts to win the Masters.
Yep.
How are you going to do it?
Probably go through the routine a bit more.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more, anything, so this is a competitive drill.
Yep.
Anything competitive should be routine based.
Yep.
And very outcome based.
Yep.
Now, why we're doing this drill is because you said to me, hey, when you get on the golf course, you get really nervy on this.
Yep.
So therefore, by practicing in this sort of intensity, starts to simulate what's going on the course. I need to see what's happening on the course.
Yep.
Simple.
Yeah, well, these ones I'm more comfortable with than shorter, believe it or not. Shorter than this, I go, ugh, because I almost feel
How short?
3 foot,
Okay.
because I feel as if I should make them. Whereas if I've got, say, a 10-foot putt, I'll have more confidence that I'm going to make that putt than that 3-foot putt.
That's cool.
It's really not cool. It's bad, but that's how it's gone.
Yep. That's okay. Yep. So I noticed, Mark, you're playing them off your front foot. Why are you doing that? What's the theory? You got lined up with your left foot.
Oh, no particular theory to it. I've always kind of been quite far forward with my putting.
Okay.
Is that something that's
not fundamentally what I push for, but
yeah,
we'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
We'll just record a couple of these and then we'll talk about it.